It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Eazy, and we are back on another episode of the Speak Easy podcast from the Woodward Sports Studios, a.k.a. I can't say my motherfucking basement because that's not where we're at anymore. My bookie studio is what we'll call it right now, but I'm joined by a couple of guests. I got my man Pistons Talk to my left, my man Detroit Kool Aid to my right. What up, though, fellas?
Hey, what's up?
What up, man?
Be here, first time on the studio, man.
Yeah, this is your first time in the studio.
Yeah, first time in.
Well, you were here, but you were on the chairs. The
no one
comfortable
could
ass
see
chairs.
me, yeah. They could hear me, but they couldn't see me.
I feel you. You can pull his mic closer if you want.
All right.
Is it
he's being modest though, man. He was a star that night.
Yeah. You know
your
your shit.
That OKC rant, man. That's legendary.
That OKC rant did get legend. Yeah, didn't someone like dub that for you or something like that?
This kid over, I forget his name. He's probably gonna kick my ass, but this kid over in Turkey, he literally took time out of his day to clip it.
Yo, he's cool too.
Yeah.
He's real cool.
Well, any fan who bashes non-fans of the Pistons is cool with me.
Same here.
Speaking of the Pistons, today we are going to be obviously talking about the Pistons. We got my man Pistons Talk with us. In the Detroit Lions, we got Detroit Kool Aid. You're Pistons and Lions guys, so we'll hit them both. We definitely hit them both. Just 5 topics. This is the last minute. Yeah, I like the hat. I got a question for you guys actually both real quick before we get into the topics because Stick is always bashing on the teal jerseys. I think they're hard as fuck. What's your stance, Pistons Talk, on that one?
I think the reason why people have such bad memories with the teal jerseys is because the Pistons weren't good.
Yeah.
They didn't really win anything. They went to the playoffs, but I mean, I think that's the biggest reason why, because the Pistons completely rebranded after the Bad Boys. I mean, they changed the whole court teal, the whole teal, the court. But I love the jerseys. The red jerseys are my favorite, though.
The red?
Not even the teal. Like the red horse are they're fire, man. Those are my favorite.
Well, he's not lying. And I think the other thing is not just the rebrand, not just that era, but I think Grant Hill, man, during that time, it left a bad taste in everybody's mouth, man. But I've gone back and forth on it. You see what I'm rocking tonight.
Yeah. That's what made me think about it.
The Woodward Sports Green too. I like the teal. I rock with it, man. I think if Cade Cunningham can come in here and do it some justice, man, let's rock with it, man.
And shout out to my man Sawyer in the producer booth. What's your take on that?
I was a big fan of the teal jerseys back in the day.
Me too. It's swag.
And the logo is so fire.
And the logo's fire.
So
yeah.
fire.
By far the best Pistons logo. Like, why we went away from that one, no, I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. I look to you because I know you're all up on that shit.
I don't know. It's just like certain people, like, they wouldn't want Killian to wear it, but if Cade wears it, it's different because Cade kind of has, like, potentially, like, a superstar level.
Yeah.
And more people, like, they mess with it. Like, I saw someone on Twitter was like, well, if Cade's wearing it, then I'm buying the jersey. I think it's all about the person wearing it, not so much of the logo itself.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Cade, that was one of the topics I had on here. Some talk, not a lot of talk. At least when I hear it, it's kind of in one ear and out for me because I think it's like just complete nonsense. But there are talks that Cade may not be the pick. And there's possible like trade candidates. I don't know if there's possible trade candidates, but is there a player under contract now with another team that you would trade this number 1 overall pick for? I started off with you first last time, so I'm gonna go to you on this one, Kool Aid. Is there a guy on another team that you would go to or make a trade for?
Nah, man. If this was anything other than the first pick, sure, man. But nah. Cade, let's pack this up and go home. This is gonna be the longest month ever. I mean, it's not much to say here. I'm ready to hear what Anthony got to say.
Is there one?
It would have to be like a Godfather offer. If you're giving me, like, hey, OKC, give me like 5-6 picks, and I'm going to rake you over the coals for all those picks that you have, I consider it. But no, I would take Cade first overall. Yeah. Then it's just he's the best player available. Like some people are talking themselves into Jalen Green being the best player available, and I think they get attached to players every year. Like, I did it with the Donovan Mitchell draft. Like, I love Donovan Mitchell, and you couldn't tell me otherwise that he was going to be the best player in the draft. But, you know, some people get attached to certain players, and people just aren't attached to Cade Cunningham. I really don't understand why.
Yeah, I want Cade just because like. So you're the person I actually spoke to. I'm like, yo, who's this like pro comparison? And you told me Luka, and I was like, Luka? Like you're tripping.
Yeah.
But then I went Saturday actually, and I watched 26 straight minutes of film on dude.
Yeah.
And he's not as skillful as Luka, right? He's not doing like the behind the back passes and like all like the flashy shit. But fundamentally, his I don't know. That's the way he plays. He gets guys open. He gets guys spots that they're hot at, and I feel like that's the recipe to winning. I'd rather take one guy that's going to make everybody else excel at what they do versus like the opportunity at like more, no disrespect, but more Sadiq Beys and more Isaiah Stewart's. Just
like safe picks. Like
Yeah. And I'm tired of retooling, man. Like, I'm tired of rebuilding, whatever they want to call it, repurposing. I'm ready to see Cade Cunningham be the unquestioned star, the unquestioned leader, and just go to work with these young guys. I think we got Killian, Bay, Stewart, Lee, anybody else we pick up, because you know they're going to grab somebody else in the second round. They're going to invite a couple people to camp, summer league. I'm ready to see these guys go to work. I'm ready to feel like Memphis fans feel.
Yeah.
I'm ready to feel like Suns fans feel. I'm ready for that. And as it relates to Cade, I was talking to Anthony about it earlier. You know, I started really, really watching Devin Booker after watching some clips of Cade kind of going to work in the mid-range.
Yeah.
It seemed like he works there a lot more than people want to give him credit. I started seeing what the Pistons could be with him when I was looking at Devin Booker, just pick and roll, pick and pop, right from the free throw line, like clockwork.
Yeah.
Like clockwork, just over and over and over again. And then the step back three off of the same. Like, I'm excited, man. I'm ready to see that. I'm not trying to see even 5 picks. I don't even know if I'm willing to wait to see that pan out. Like, I'm ready to see these guys go to work.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a Godfather offer. I doubt it even happens. Pistons probably draft Cade, and I think what I like about him the most is he makes people better around him. Like, people don't give him credit for that, but I've told you guys, like, that Oklahoma State team, the highest 3-point percent shooter on that team was 33%. He didn't have knockdown shooters around him. We have a knockdown shooter in Sadiq Bey. Jeremy Grant's a pretty good 3-point shooter. So I think if you draft Cade, and I'll say it again, I think the Pistons can be a playoff team. And that might sound like I'm drinking the Kool Aid a little bit. But
Hey, drink up.
I'll say more of this man.
Drink
right
up, man. Hey, I'm on board with that.
I honestly think, because I watched every single game. I watched the West Coast games. I stayed up until 12 a.m.
Yeah.
Casey was not trying. He straight up, Casey would put lineups out there, and you're like, what the hell is that? Like, I think this year he's going to try. This year he's probably going to bench Mason Plumlee, and Isaiah Stewart's probably going to start. Like, I think this is going to be a playoff team, and I will not be surprised if, they're around like that 6 to 8 seed this year.
Yeah, and I'm
Wow.
over here laughing too because
That's high.
Yeah.
That's how highly I think of Cade, and like just Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Killian Hayes. Like, they didn't go to California like everyone else in the summer. They're right down the street at Wayne State University working out every day. They're at the practice facility working out twice a day. Like, they're taking it very seriously.
Yeah.
No, I agree. The one thing that does concern me, you were about to say something before.
No, so I was laughing at his lineups with Casey because we knew what he was doing and we knew he had to do it, but we were still mad at him for doing it.
Yeah.
The internet was still like, get Wayne Ellington out the game. I'm like, y'all, you want Cade, right? Keep Wayne Ellington in the game. Keep him. Hey, Rodney McGruder, get all the minutes, bro. Get all the minutes. It worked out, right? It worked out, though.
Shout out to Roddy McGruder. We saw him randomly walking down Maple Street the other day. But the only thing that concerns me a little bit is I don't know how, and you and I were talking about this a little bit too, Anthony, is how does Killian pair with Cade? Because they're both like main ball handlers. And I feel like Killian is like a, no disrespect to him, I want to say maybe lesser version than Cade when it comes to like getting guys open. And like, I guess we haven't seen him really do it with the level of athletes that Cade's done it with. Does that concern you at all? Like, do you see like any clogging this with that? Like, what becomes of Killian now that we have Cade, who's also a ball handler and a guy who gets guys open and where they're hot at?
So I look at a team. I look at two teams where they have ball handlers and they can score. So Portland with Damian Lillard and TJ McCollum. Both of them. Well, Killian's not to the point of either of them, but both of them can create their own offense and find somebody. And I think that's what you're probably going to see with Cade and Killian. Now, you want the ball in, obviously, Cade's hands because he's going to score.
Yeah.
But Killian can play off ball. And I think, I don't know if it was someone in the studio or you, but Killian shot 40% from 3 off ball this year. And I was shocked by that when I saw someone, I think it was...
wait, say that again.
40% from 3 off ball.
Who?
Killian.
Sadiq?
Killian.
Say that again.
Which is crazy.
I didn't know that. I'll pull up stats right now. That's off ball.
Yeah, so
okay.
For the narrative that we can't play them off ball, it's just not factual. Now, the eye test would say he bricked half of those threes, but when he came back, his passing got better. He could score more. He's too dominant. That right hand, I mean, he's just,
overall from 3,
Yeah.
27%.
That's not bad. You can develop that.
Because the first half of the season was what?
Like
He barely shot too.
like
I feel
20.
like he's really nervous to shoot.
like
the
when
first 7 games.
Yeah, when he
when he's
came
healthy.
back, man, he was great. Like some of those dimes, like Bleacher Report had to post them because they were just so filthy.
That's actually one thing I did notice that as we know as Detroit fans, we never really get love. Bleacher
Yeah.
Report's never like reposting like our highlights. Killian had a couple of them
Yeah.
as a rookie too
And they were
on
like
a losing team.
they were like some like high level dimes. Like there's the one that I still remember where he literally like whipped his arm, he like cranked it and he just threw it, and it like went through a defender's leg, and he's like, "Yeah, that was a good pass. I would have
I
made
see that, dog. You put the little spin on there too.
Yeah,
I see
like
the
he
little.
just, like
I like that.
that was like a little bowling
Well,
pass.
bowling,
man.
yeah.
That's why I'm so high on the future, because we're developing the talent. I don't think it's crazy that we can make the playoffs. I think we could be like Charlotte. Before LaMelo got hurt, they were a 6th seed. I think we can do that.
Ooh, LaMelo. Well, that's not topic for another day. But is there concern with you? Is with Killian and Cade?
There's no concern with me, man. When you look at both of these players, you could tell they both want their teammates to do well. They both are looking for the right pass, and I think Cade more than Killian, he actually looks for his shot as well. I don't think that Cade sets people up to set up his scoring. I think he just plays the game of basketball, and it comes to him that naturally. But I think that they're going to work out well together. You look at their games, they complement each other. They can both, I guess, kind of play off the ball. I'm still a little shocked at that 40%. That's a crazy
I
stat.
want to say it was Laz that tweeted it. Someone on Pistons Twitter tweeted it. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Listen, if it was on Pistons Twitter, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was the last, like, maybe, like, it was a small sample size, like 10 games, but still, that's great.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he was just so reluctant to shoot, and, like, I don't know, maybe he was shy or he didn't feel comfortable with shooting the basketball.
It's weird. It's almost irritating at times too. At the beginning of watching him too.
because you look at him as a player, he's like 6'5", over 200 pounds, and he was just, like, he didn't want to go on the lane.
How old is Cade? I mean Killian.
I think he's 19. He'll be 20. I'm not 100%
So he's
sure.
he still might even grow a little bit too.
Yeah. But look at what this pick does. What do we see with Killian a lot of times? Can he get into the lane? Despite whatever people say about him being one-handed, we saw him in the lane often, making the passes to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the gravity he creates, and now he's kicking out the Cade.
I'm glad you mentioned that. He did that all with his left hand. If he can get in the lane with just one hand, imagine what he could do with 2 hands.
Mm-hmm.
Because all those passes were with his left. They weren't with his right, which is crazy. If you just go back and watch some games where he had like 10 assists, they're all left-handed. He develops that right hand. That's scary.
You think who's gonna be the main ball handler? You think it's Cade or Killian?
I think they'll play off each other. I think it's going to be Cade, though. I think that's where Casey's probably going to want the ball to be in crunch time. But I wouldn't be surprised if, Killian's up the court and, Cade's making a cut or setting a pick, or maybe you're doing some dribble handoffs with Mason Plumlee or Isaiah Stewart, and he's open like that. So
Who? Because you said the Blazers. Who was that second 2-guard team that you were thinking about?
the Cleveland Cavaliers with Colin Sexton and Darius Garland.
Two different style players though, no? Or
Yeah, they're both point guards.
yeah.
I don't really consider.
I feel like they're like the score type.
Yeah.
They're not like Cade and Killian with their pass.
Well, Garland this year actually passed a lot more. Like, if you look at his assist numbers from last year to this year, they dramatically improved. Now, that has to do with, Colin Sexton. He was just a bucket this year. I think he averaged over 20 points a game. But I think that's what you could probably see with Cade and Killian.
Yeah. See, the only thing with me when I'm thinking about, though, I don't like. I do appreciate Dame and the Blazers for like what they are, but they've never really made it far. Like anything really past like the first round. That one year I know they beat. Was it the OKC when he hit that 3? Dame hit that nasty ass 3, and yeah. Or he did the straight face too. But they never really went further than that. Granted, they are in the Western Conference, which was a lot harder than the East, but that does concern me. Now, is there trade packages that you would? Like, do you feel comfortable giving up trading Cade or Killian, knowing that this early on, or am I tripping? Like I agree that I may be tripping, but I just don't know if it works out.
Look, with that number 1 pick in tow,
I'm not the pick, but Killian. I mean.
Well, that's the thing. With the number 1 pick in tow, I'm not dead set on keeping Killian or Sekou. Those are 2 guys that, if you see my Twitter, if you know Detroit Kool Aid, I wanted both of those guys, and we got them both. I still believe in both of them, but if those 2 guys can fetch us something to you know, to where we can put a solid product out there right now, somebody who you may think works a little bit better with Cade, hey, man, let's rock with it. But I do believe that Killian and Cade work together. I don't think there's going to be any conflict. They both can work that 1, 2, and in a small ball situation, the 3 with Killian.
Yeah.
Especially when Dwayne, he'll go 3-guard rotations. Or, you know, not just point guards, but he'll go 3-guard rotations.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because these guys want to play with each other. You saw how excited Cade was.
Yeah.
You saw how excited he was. They want to play with each other. You heard people say, yo, Sadiq Bey just FaceTime me. They want to play with each other.
And that felt good too, because I remember like Justin Winslow could have like fell here, and it may have been the reason we didn't draft him, but he like specifically said he didn't want to come to Detroit.
Yeah, he didn't want to come here.
Which, haha, look at you in your career now, but like
Let him know.
I was nervous. I'm saying that like Cade might be that type of dude, but he don't seem that way at all. I feel like he just wants to win. And I watched that podcast with him and JJ Redick, and this is before the Pistons got the number 1 pick. But he's like, we're making the playoffs. Like it's not like he don't give a fuck what team he's on. He wants to prove a point that he's like one of the best players, and he just wants to win.
That's just his mentality, though. I mean, if you read that Athletic piece with James Edwards, he, you know, talked to, you know, Cade's trainer, people around him, his AAU coach. Cade always wants to make people better. And I don't think, even if it was another team, he still has that I want to make the playoffs mentality. It doesn't matter that it's the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
I think that's a goal of his. He wants to make the playoffs, and I think it's a goal that's going to be obtainable.
Bro, we have the number 1 pick. What the fuck?
I know.
We get to talk
That shit's
about it.
still crazy.
And to your Blazers thing, I think the Blazers' biggest problem is they didn't have something that we currently have. They never put a wing defender around CJ and Dame that could defend and also get their own buckets.
Who's the one that we got?
We got Jeremy Grant.
Ooh.
Jeremy Grant is the ultimate glue guy, in my opinion. You see him do it in Denver. He did it in OKC. We have Jeremy Grant. The Blazers don't. They have Robert Covington, and, you know, he's a streaky shooter at best.
Yeah, good defender.
He's a
One of the
hell of a
best.
defender. He was actually part of the Grand Rapids Drive for a day before he got signed. But I know, man.
Why you gotta tell me some shit like that, man?
I was heated when I...
Man, what? He wouldn't have stayed here though. He gonna argue through a contract.
but-
Yeah. So you got an opinion on the matter? Between like any concerns with having Killian and Cade as I guess known for being like primary ball handlers?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really follow the NBA all that
Okay.
closely, so I don't have much
Yeah.
input to give in on this. So.
He's like, can't all white skins get along? I was kidding.
No, I mean, if we were talking NFL, I'd have something to say,
Yeah.
but I haven't followed the NBA
Oh,
closely.
we'll get
in a
into.
while.
I got some fun NFL topics. I definitely got some fun NFL topics. That's just something that concerns me. We'll have a year of it, and this wasn't really not necessarily on the prep sheet. And I don't know if it may be hard to like kind of like I guess throw at you guys, but like, what would a trade offer? Like, what is Killian's trade value in that scenario if it is an issue?
I think you can get a lottery pick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
top 10.
I don't know how high it can be because you can look at the numbers because, you know, some GMs, you know, they only watch the not GMs, owners. Certain owners that I know, they just watch the NCAA tournament, and that's who they want.
Look,
Yeah.
we could swindle Orlando. We got a history of it. And they got two first round picks? Two
They-
top 10 or
I
2
mean,
lottery picks?
They
This
have
year,
a,
yeah.
They have a
Oh,
guard.
just making the
that-
trade now.
Yeah.
They have
I'm
mean,
down
it's-
too. Hey,
it's-
I'm kind of cool.
Look.
You sold me on Book Night.
Book Night,
yeah.
Moody, we don't know what's going on with Green. What the heck? What if we draft Cade and Green is at like 4 or 5?
Or Suggs. Suggs
Like,
could be the late.
this draft is deceptively deep.
It really is, bro. I think this. I agree with you on this draft. Like
Yeah.
I've heard some people say it was weak, and I don't. It may have been like stick or something like that.
It's not a weak. There's
I don't think
a
it's, I
lot
don't think
of
it's weak at
sleepers.
all. I see a lot of star potential in this
I'm
draft.
going to tell you a player that the Pistons are high on and no one's talking about it. Zaire Williams from Stanford.
Uh-huh.
He's a small forward. I know the Pistons like him a lot from, you know, I know a lot of people that work for the Pistons. They've told me they like Zaire Williams. That could be a guy that we could possibly trade in the first round for. And I think he's vastly...
Lottery pick? Where do you think he's going?
I think he could go, like, mid-first round pick.
That's perfect. We got 3 second rounders. I feel like that's equal value.
Yeah.
Maybe. Am I tripping?
No, you could definitely trade into the mid to late first round. I mean, the Knicks have 2 first-round picks around there. That's where Zaire Williams is projected to go. I don't know if you want to do
He's
deal
a forward, you're saying?
Yeah, he's like a guard forward type of player, like a shooting guard, small forward.
Yeah. I feel like with dudes like Killian and Cade, you just need to surround them with shooters. And all due respect to
Yeah.
Killian, we haven't really seen him blossom yet, but I just don't see him as that. I see him as a similar player to Cade. But obviously, Cade's bigger, stronger, taller, athletic. You know what I'm saying?
Where it does come into play, though, is, when you can stagger the minutes. When Killian goes to the bench, it's Cade's show. And then you could bring Killian back in.
I cannot wait.
That does make a difference. You get their rookie contracts to see if it works. But if the right player is there, we know that Weaver is high on book night. If he's there, I would roll the dice.
Yeah.
I would roll the dice.
Yeah.
I really would. And I think, I just got a bad feeling. I think Sekou is gone.
Oh,
he is the ultimate trade
for
bait.
sure.
I've been saying that for I don't know how many months to people.
You think his value's still high enough?
Oh God, no.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's
That's
got any
something that
value.
hurts, yeah.
I think if you're gonna trade Sekou,
Sorry, J-Mo.
it's gonna be a team that is just going to risk on his potential. I think Sacramento would be perfect for Sekou. They have point guards that run. Sekou loves to run. We run a lot of half-court stuff. And Sekou, he doesn't know how to run half-court stuff yet, but he can learn. At the end of the season, he started to learn, but it only took a game or two for teams to scout, saying, all this guy does is, Pascal Siakam moves in the post, so we just have to stay still. But it's probably going to be a team that, honestly, is just going to risk on his potential.
Yeah. Just real quick, too, before we move on from basketball, who do you guys have winning the championship this year? I know the Eastern Conference is still going on tonight, but
I hope Devin Booker. I hope the Suns.
me too.
Yeah, let him give Phoenix what they need, then he can come back home, demand a trade. Come home. We're set up for you. Devin Booker, we love you.
Yo, that'd be
support you.
crazy. Yo, why do you say shit like that, man? I'm gonna be thinking about that. His favorite player is Rip Hamilton. You see that shit?
I know. Rip, put this in. Incept him, man. Put this in his head.
Yes.
Bring Devin Booker home. Put him right next to Cade. Put him right next to Killian, Sadiq Bey.
Bro,
That's
Devin
it.
and Cade. Oh my god.
Hey, demand that trade. I know it's a pipe dream, but I'm gonna dream it.
Yo, fuck around, and bring light skin back. who do you want?
Suns and foe.
The Suns and Bucks. Yo, that
Let
shit
him
was
know.
legendary, bro.
You know that guy's on Cameo? I think someone put it in the group chat.
Hey, shout out to him, man.
For $75, you can get a cameo from him.
Making the most of it, man. Whoop dude's ass. Looked at his boy and said, "Suns in 4." Like by the way, like fuck your team too. Oh man, savagery. All right, speaking of savagery, this next topic, Sawyer, you can pull up that graphic if you want. There was a list that came out. I believe it's CBS.
Yeah, I'm
Or
ready
not
for this.
CBS.
I'm ready for this list.
Ahmed's Super Brawl, and I apologize if it's CBS. It's whatever network Chris Sims is with. NBC. NBC Sports Network, I'm pretty sure. What's up?
So when you sent this to me this morning, I thought it said Adam's list.
I
was like, wow, Adam made a whole
Close
list.
enough. I think Adam and because they're distant cousins in the East there.
Yeah,
But
I'm ready for this.
yeah, this was a fun topic, and to be honest with you, I got a little beef with it. You guys want to cover the whole thing? You want to hit the top 10? Oh fuck, I don't know, man. At least I'm not gonna lie to you guys too. I saw this, I just put it in right away. I actually didn't get a chance to study this. So this is Ahmed's Super Brawl list. And pretty much what this is, and Ahmed is, I believe, again, Chris Sims and him are part of NBC Sports. But they did a combination of NFL head coaches and quarterbacks in terms of like fighting. Like I guess, I don't know if a tag team or just squaring up. We'll say squaring up for like fighters' sake because I'm more of a UFC guy than I am WWE. At the top of the list, he has Big Ben, Mike Tomlin. Number 2, he's got Ryan Tannehill and Mike Vrabel, which I'm not too mad at. This one I was a little lost by. Lamar and John Harbaugh. Does that make sense at 3?
No, I think that's the wrong Harbaugh brother to put up there.
Yes, exactly.
I was gonna say.
I was
Yes.
gonna
Exactly
say the University of Michigan coach I think could kick his brother's ass easily.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has enough insane in him. He has just enough crazy to do it.
We got
Yeah.
McDermott and Allen at 4, which was let's see Coach McDermott. Let's see who he's pegging actually, because I could probably. Does he look like he can fight? Huh? Am I tripping? Does he? I don't know
what he looks
Sawyer,
like.
is there any way you can pull a picture of him?
I can try and find a picture.
If you don't
real
mind.
quick. Yeah.
I'll carry out the list too. Following them at number 5, we have our Detroit Lion tag team of Jared Goff and Dan Campbell. Which, I mean, I guess I'll continue going through the top 10, but Dan Campbell's a fucking monster, bro.
I was gonna ask you, do you think the Lions are too high, too low, or just right?
Too low. This man Dan Campbell was talking about biting off kneecaps and shit. And you look at him on the field. You look at him next, like the I forget who it was. There's a big name player on our team. He's towering over him, and looked wider than him too. And he's the coach. He still looks. He could put on a helmet and go out there and hit some people.
Those tight ends are built different, man.
This one, all right. So Flores. So this is number 6. I apologize when I said this one. If there's any audio listeners, Brian Flores and Tua. I can see Flores scrapping. Tua, I can't.
Yeah, Tua looks like one of those sorority guys that just like, you know.
Yeah, he's not really a big guy. He's not. He just.
Yeah, Allen and McDermott, nah. Goff and Campbell gotta be above.
You found some pics of McDermott?
Yeah, you want a picture of him? You want to see him?
You got one?
Here you go.
I mean,
Come on! What is that?
Nah.
those are some killer eyes, though. I will
Get the
say,
fuck- no!
those eyes are scaring me. The one's
but look
wider
at
than
this
the
one.
other.
Bro, he looks like he would change my oil at like Jiffy Lube.
Man,
Beat the
I
hell
get
out
it.
of you if you didn't pay him.
I get it. Stone Cold Steve Austin's bald and blue-eyed, but come on.
Hey, look, we're not
Yeah,
saying
that
take
dude's
him out the
actually
top
scary,
10. We're
though.
just saying he's
Yeah.
not above Campbell.
Stone Cold's actually scary.
Yeah, Stone Cold's scary, but I feel like that's what gave this guy some extra points with Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's almost like a little ripoff. But in terms of little, I meant that. Come on, bro. Over Dan Campbell? All right, let me keep looking at this list real quick. After Tua and Flores, I got Zach Wilson and Robert. Get the fuck out of here. All
Yeah, that
right.
one's bad.
I could see Robert. I can't pronounce his last name.
Robert
but
Salah.
I could see him like.
I can
getting
see
in a fight.
him. I can't see Zach Wilson fighting shit.
I mean,
Oh.
Zach Wilson's mom's hot as hell, but
Bro, did you see? You
Side
can
note.
take the list down real quick, too, if you want, Sawyer.
Side note.
Did you see? Remember on draft night? His mom is hot, but on draft night, you see a pic where it's like him and whoever the other draftees he's with, but he was like just looking all nervous and shit like that.
Yeah.
How was that guy in your top 10 on a Super Brawl list? He's nervous to take a fucking picture.
Yeah, he's going to get
what
wrecked.
is this like?
That guy's getting fucking thrashed.
What is this WWE? Isn't that a real fight?
This is a real fight.
Man,
I'm talking about a real fight. I'm not taking Zach Wilson in a
I'd
real
put-
fight against no one in the league.
I'd put him like 25, maybe.
Huh?
I'd put him like at 25.
Yeah, come
Like,
on.
Not in those top 10. Come on.
And then, so number 8, Cam Newton and Bill Belichick. Cam, I can see. That's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
A big athletic motherfucker. But Bill Belichick, not that far off from like 70. Like, what the
He's more reputation now than what he used to be.
Yeah, like I guess maybe if he's like strategically.
Maybe a decade ago.
In Cam's ear, I guess maybe like I don't fucking like some Ratatouille shit. Maybe sitting on his shoulder, just
his
pulling,
hair.
just pulling his fucking. Because Cam got those Rugrat fucking hair now. He's just pulling on his hair to make him throw punches and shit like that. Maybe I guess that's the only way though.
Dude.
So you can add that white Cam if you want. We can just use that. If that's easier for you. I don't. But
Cam Newton, everybody.
I mean, Cam's going up to kids trying to fight.
yeah, that's the thing. Cam wants to smoke. So, but Belichick, I don't know if that makes you top 10. And then Taysom and Sean Payton. All right, this list got out of hand to me. Actually,
Sean Payton. What is Sean Payton doing? He putting bounties out there?
yeah. Hey, yeah. Sean Payton just you know how like
You know what? That matters, man.
yeah, it does.
That matters.
It's like Kano and you know he's got like superpowers and shit.
Yeah.
He's calling it's like his finishing move.
Yeah.
Lawrence and Mayer. Come on, dude. These guys.
Who would you say is not properly rated at the bottom?
At the bottom? This is honestly my first time kind of going through it. I would probably say what just caught my eye real quick was Daniel Jones and Joe Judge. Because didn't Joe Judge punch an offensive coordinator? Was that like a story? Or was that like the offensive coordinator punched somebody? I think he punched his offensive line coach. I could be wrong on that. If there's anybody
that
in
was
chat.
the Giants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. He did punch offensive lineman and then he quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's what it was. Yeah, the offensive lineman quit. And then you also have, I think is a little bit low on here, is Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford. Now, I'm not saying Stafford's a scrapper,
No.
but he is from Texas. Stone Cold's from
He's a
Texas.
tough son of a
Another Stone
bitch.
Cold mentioned.
He's tough, though.
And McVay's fairly young, and he's pretty fit. So I can see him doing some damage.
I'd love to know like how they came up with this list and how they rated it.
It's a phenomenal list, by the way. A phenomenal topic, I should say. The list is all fucked up.
Yeah, the fact that they made a list of all 32, I think that probably took like hours.
Yeah.
But the list is whack.
Carr and
Yeah.
Gruden should be up there, too.
But I don't know, man. Sean McVay, he looked like somebody who would tell Stafford, like, hold me back.
Yeah.
And then when the fight dies down or after Stafford does work, I can see him coming over like, yo, Stafford's a bad mother. you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Knocked them down a few.
I can see McVay having a little bit of that white boy crazy in him though too. He looks scrappy.
He could
to
go
me.
either way, man. Either way.
But yeah, in terms of the bottom of the list, those are probably the ones that I would mention. My real beef is actually like looking at the list and seeing like Belichick and Peyton on here, like and Tua and Flores at 6. I should have listened to their video of this because I'm interested in why those guys made it there. Because what's Goff like 6'6" or 6'5"? Goff's a big boy.
He's a pretty big guy. I think the line should be at least top 3.
Oh my
because
God.
Dan Campbell's a crazy
Yeah.
mofo.
Easy. And like Lamar, like
And Goff is no pushover.
yeah, and Lamar is big, right? Don't get me wrong, he's tall, but he's like a string bean. You know what I'm saying? He's like just long. That's really like it. Like, I'd rather take Dan Campbell and Goff because you got the string beanness in Goff, and you got the fucking beast in Dan Campbell. They're got to be top 3 in my opinion. I could be totally biased because I'm a Lions fan, but I don't think I am. Dan Campbell's an absolute monster. Where you at, Sawyer, with this one, man?
I mean, to be honest, I think the Trevor Lawrence, Urban Meyer one's kind of BS.
Like they're too high?
Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
super skinny, and then Urban Meyer had to retire from Ohio State for brain aneurysms. So
Yeah.
he'd probably get out on the battlefield and just tweak out.
That's facts.
And then I also think Mahomes and Reed should be a little higher, just because of Mahomes' athletic ability. And I feel like he'd be a good fighter. I mean, watching him run in the Super Bowl.
Reed could block.
Yeah.
And he played
And
baseball.
he'd just be able to read and just push people
Hey,
away.
that's a
It'd
good
be so
point,
bad.
yeah. But yeah, and honestly, I don't know if it's true or not. I feel like all like baseball pitchers and throwers and stuff like that, I feel like they got mean, whatever like their throwing hand is. I feel like that's a mean punch to take. You know what I'm saying? They probably hit hard as fuck. I could be totally wrong on that. I have no fucking clue.
I mean, he's light skinned though, so.
What you trying to say? You want it up like stick? No, I'm playing. Let me stop. I'm sorry,
Hey,
Stick,
the
don't
champ
play.
is here.
Hey, the champ is here.
The champ.
I just
Big
feel like
Ben was too high, too.
You
I
said
think
who? Who's too high?
Big Ben was too
Yeah.
high at number 1.
Mike
And
Tomlin is like
couldn't
scary.
Fight. I think they're too old to fight all those younger people below him.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I can see it. Like I'm not gonna like. Number 1 actually probably is too high. Like Tannehill and variable, and I'd probably put 1 in Goff, Campbell 2. Am I tripping in saying that? Or like,
No.
is that fair?
I think you're very fair.
Like Dan Campbell's talking about biting fucking kneecaps.
Yeah,
Like
Detroit Kool Aid
in
kind of
his
way.
press conference where he's supposed to be professional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's saying some wild ass shit, and he's a big fucking. You think this man can fight?
You know
How
what
is
this
he number
tells me?
5?
This tells me they're just waiting for them to prove it.
Yeah, that could
Who
be
puts
it.
Lions in the top 5 of anything other than sorry list? Like seriously, like who does? So you know what? Go out there and prove it. I think they're going to. I think they're going to go out there and shock some people.
That's fair. I can see you looking at Goff and saying he's soft too, because like he was here in Birmingham, and my man's had security guards with him. Like,
It's not LA, golf.
yeah, bro, like, you ain't that close to Detroit to be doing all that, my
So
guy.
you said the outskirts of Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, we're 30 minutes away from Detroit. 40.
Pull out
I
the
need
big
security
guns.
guards.
Trick
Wow.
Trick is here. I didn't call
Can I
him yet.
order one?
Yeah, hey, yes. Real talk. That's probably what happened. He's like, I
ain't
forgot to
call
call Uncle
Trick
Trick. Yeah, I forgot to call Uncle
He
Trick
ain't
for
get
hitting over here.
the
The Amazon
fly zone
next day
pass.
delivery.
Yeah, but even then, you gotta give him like the string being pass that you gave Lamar to put him at 3. That's actually probably the most disrespectful one to me. Actually, Lamar and Harbaugh at 3. I think.
Yeah, it almost feels like they're saying, "Oh, he's a black guy with braids." Put him up,
Hey,
put him up
real
there.
talk. You probably saw him a pair of black
He
forces, and
looks
they're like,
tough.
"Yep, that one." Yeah,
Like, yo, just put him up there. And then Harbaugh's last name that carries some weight, but like Anthony said, that's the wrong one.
absolutely wrong
Yeah,
one,
that's
man.
the wrong Harbaugh in my opinion.
Definitely wrong.
And the
Harbaugh.
Packers, honestly, they should be last. Rodgers and LaFleur, because Rodgers is just not gonna show up. And the Packers coach is little as hell.
Rodgers not gonna fucking pull up. That's facts
He's not
though.
gonna go pull up, man. Look at this.
Yeah, what Matt LaFleur actually? Yeah,
He's getting curb stomped.
give Matt LaFleur the bottom of that one. All right, my last topic, because I gotta help my man, my Sawyer, prep for his show tonight. Epicenter on Woodward Sports. Make sure you guys tune in at 10 o'clock live. If you guys like gaming, can you give any teasers for tonight's show or?
Yeah, I mean, we're covering some more of the like college stuff. There's some big news about some college esports leagues, and
Ooh.
Mikey and Eunice had it out on the show today. Apparently, some pretty intense games for
I heard
their MLB
them
Showdown.
last night. It sounded like Eunice was a little scared.
Yeah, he
last
was.
night.
He was
I'm not
quaking.
gonna lie. He sounded a little scared last night. All right, last topic, guys, and I appreciate you guys for coming in. I'm sorry it's so short notice and we get to spend too much time on everything, but sports ranked by difficulty. There's another list that came out recently. I know they talked about it on the hook a little bit, and I actually kind of agree with the points DMAC were making and Adam, but Pistons talk, Anthony. Give me your top 3 or top 5 sports by difficulty.
I would probably say skateboarding is way too low. I think skateboarding at least should be in the top 10.
Okay.
Just because, like, you have to be coordinated to be on a skateboard. You got to worry about little pebbles, and if you don't, you go 10 feet. And like, I used to skateboard all the time. Like, my knee to
Sounds
this
like
day,
you're biased.
I cannot.
joking.
It clicks because from falling, being inexperienced. I mean, skateboarding to me is probably one of the hardest sports to do. I thought water polo too was really underrated.
I don't. What the fuck is? I know obviously it's like kind of like volleyball in water, right? Or no? Like what the fuck is water polo? I have no clue how the concept of this game goes.
I don't know, like in my high school if we played it correctly, but you're swimming and you use a volleyball and it's kind of like where
Soccer.
you have
cross.
to throw the ball and then score on someone, and you have to swim at the same time. So
Is it like walkable, or you have to swim the entire time?
well, we're playing. It was just like 8 feet deep, so you couldn't walk, so you had to swim. So it's just like shit.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty tough.
That's gonna be the next like professional athlete guest I get in the podcast. It's gonna be a water polo person. Explain to me what the fuck is going on
we
there.
need Andrew here. He's the swimmer. Like he would know.
Yeah, Andrew would know. All right, so you got 2 white ass sports in your top 5. Anthony, you can just keep going. I'm playing.
I would say boxing is properly rated.
Number 1?
Yeah, I think boxing is probably one of the hardest sports to do. Just this condition-wise, you have to be in really good shape. Like,
Yeah.
you can't show up out of shape, and I think your cardio needs to be really high. Like,
Oh my god, yeah.
You need to have like good cardio because
Oh, yeah.
some of those, I don't even know what boxing match. I think it was that boxing match you sent me, or you said, hey, can I get a link to it?
Oh, Gervonta Davis
Yeah, I was
versus
really watching
Barrios.
it, man. They were kicking each other's asses.
Yeah.
That was a good match. Definitely boxing. I don't have the list in front of me. I have to look at my phone. Real quick.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
apologize. I'm gonna send it to Sawyer too.
I'm looking at
Yeah,
this
okay.
list now.
I
and
apologize,
I'm
Sawyer.
feeling so weak
Oh, no
looking at
worries.
the back half of this list.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Because I'm not good at any of this stuff.
I know this is like terrible podcasting. I apologize.
No, it's good, man. Because I'm gonna edit it and I'll put the shit in anyway. I forgot you guys know the list in front of you. Well, I'll tell you what. Then I'll give you the top 10 or top 5 if you want. I just texted it to Sawyer too, or emailed it to you, Sawyer. Sorry guys, I had a whole different window up and it's all porn. I'm just kidding. All right, so number 1 was boxing. Number 2 is ice hockey. 3 was football. 4 basketball. 5 wrestling. 6 martial arts. 7 was tennis. 8 was gymnastics. And 9 was baseball. 10 soccer. Water polo was 12 though.
I think water polo should be a top 10.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we played it right in high school, but man, I was winded within 5 minutes. It's because you have to be like, you have to
I believe
swim.
it. Yeah.
You have to try to catch the ball. Like if you're playing goalie, good luck. You have to swim the whole time. Like imagine you're swimming.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you swimming the whole time?
Yeah.
Sawyer, do you know? Are you swimming the whole time, or can you walk? Is it like?
No, you are like treading water the whole time.
Oh, that's
'Cause
fucking crazy, actually.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty wild.
That's pretty tough.
I actually kind of want to watch it now.
I think we should do
Olympics,
Woodward Sports,
Tokyo.
have the Woodward Sports team do water polo one day.
Oh man, we would die.
would
We
be
would
so
literally
funny.
fucking there'd be deaths.
bro, it's content.
We don't
baby.
have health insurance. What are you talking about, Anthony? You tripping?
Have 6 people drown in the pool.
Yeah, we'd make the news. We go national finally. Something we make national reports. Sports Network. Half of Sports Network dies. And pool. Yeah, I would definitely wear a speedo for that event, though. I ain't gonna lie. It's a flex on all
I
you.
think bowling's really. I know, like, because I used to be a professional bowler.
Wait,
Bowling-
what? Cut to him real quick.
Yeah.
Wait. You used to be a professional bowler?
Yeah, I used to be a pro-am professional bowler for Storm.
What the fuck? That's the most random shit.
So bowling, if you're just going out casually, yeah, it's easy. But there are so many different oil patterns. You have to compete over 30, 40 games a week just to seed. When you when you see it on ESPN, those guys probably bowl anywhere from 100 to 200 games within a 5-day span just to seed. And then you have to have different bowling balls for different oil patterns. I mean, bowling is pretty difficult in my eyes.
Damn, they
Seems
shit on
very
bowling.
technical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about angles and physics.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even see bowling in the top
It's 57.
57. So as a former professional bowler, you feel mad disrespected.
I would put it in the middle. I wouldn't say it's as physical as like a football or ice hockey, but it does toll. Like I've broken fingers, slipped disc in my back because the bowling ball is like 16 pounds. I mean, you do it enough, you get sore.
All right, Anthony, your list was surprisingly weird.
Oh, what's yours?
I was gonna say white, but then I defend my mom's side. No, I'm just kidding.
It was white. I didn't name.
I'll pass the list to you, Kool Aid. Give me your top 5. How are you rearranging this list?
Top 5 toughest. Hey, I gotta say, Anthony has convinced me that water polo is gonna be the number one.
I have been convinced it's water polo too.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Now, did you have a 1 or you had a 2 under skateboarding?
Skateboarding, I would put water polo more difficult than skateboarding.
Yeah.
And what do we mean by skateboarding? 'Cause
I'm
I can
talking-
push, kick.
I'm
Yeah.
talking like
kick, push.
I'm talking
push.
like doing
Come
kick flips, like straight up, like going street skating, like not all the transition stuff that you see little kids do at the park. I'm talking about like going down stair sets, like a 7 stair, like doing shit like that. It's difficult. 'Cause
Yeah.
You got to know all the tricks.
You also have the balls to do it. Like, fuck that. You asking me like to go down perfectly good stairs with a fucking skateboard on the rear? Like, I'm good on that. You can suck
You're
my.
not gonna catch me doing that.
Yeah. No, I'm
not
good on
built
that
for
one.
that. Basketball though, put that at number 60 on the list for me.
Number
That's
60?
Easy.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah. Where's that right now?
They got basketball at number 4 actually.
What the fuck?
I actually thought that was pretty high.
That's ridiculously high
That's
for basketball.
ridiculously high. Man, I've seen people pick up the Sekou just picked up the
I was saying
basketball and
13,
made
14?
the NBA.
Yeah.
Like,
What the? Yeah. That's wild.
yeah,
actually.
my top 5. Let's say water polo. Sheesh.
Just do
Skiing.
top 3. Top 3.
Yeah, water polo, skiing, and I gotta go with martial arts, man.
It is hard.
I gotta go with martial arts.
Yeah.
I've been punched in the face real good a couple of times. It's a tough sport. Yeah. Have you been skiing?
I've never been skiing.
Have you been
Somebody
skiing?
needs to take my black self.
I
skiing.
have. I've been skiing. I'm pretty coordinated because like if you
From
can,
my bowling days?
no, from skateboarding. Like,
From my professional bowling days? Pretty coordinated.
Like if you can skateboard, you can surf, you can ski.
Okay.
So if you can get skateboarding down, it's all a balance thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to bomb a hill. You go down like the bunny hill when you're beginning, because my uncle he bombed a hill and he had no experience and he broke a leg skiing, like straight up. I was just like,
wow.
So, have you been skiing?
Yes, sir.
Is
Yeah,
it
I used
difficult?
to. Like when you're first starting out, it's hard, but like what Anthony said, it's just balance, and once you get used to it, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So we used to go skiing a decent amount. We lived in Switzerland for a little bit when I was a kid, so
Wait, what?
yeah. My dad got moved out there for work.
That's
So,
dope.
That's
yeah.
dope.
It sounds like some rich people shit.
No,
I was
not
gonna hang out at
really.
your
He
house
just
one
had
day.
to like move over there for something he was doing for Chrysler, and then we moved back when he was done with his project.
That's pretty dope. How
Yeah.
old were you?
I was like, I think 2 to 4, so I was
Oh.
very young,
It's not old enough to
Like,
slay.
kindergarten-ish.
I
I
feel
mean,
like Switzerland's got some
we had some
good-looking
fun in
women.
class, I guess, But
Can you tell us?
Shit, man. For me, the argument that they're making, I'm talking about like skill wise, and just from my experience and like doing it the one time I went, golf. I think was the
Yeah.
argument that D-Mac was making. Insanely hard.
golf is hard.
Way harder than it looks.
Yeah.
But 2, yeah, it's different too. It's certain, like, because like you can put football in there as like in general, but like I feel like you're playing like lineman. I mean, I guess it depends on position too, because like I feel like defensive back in the NFL, one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah.
In like all of athletics, so you gotta think about like the level of athlete they're expected to run backwards, starting off and cover. It's
Yeah.
fucking insane to me.
I mean, when I played football, I only played wide receiver, and they had me do some quarterback. So all I really had to do was run and throw.
Yeah.
Like
Hey.
it wasn't that hard. Like cornerbacks or defensive backs.
Yeah.
You have to be quick. You have to
Quick, mindful.
Watch the offense, see what they're doing, see what your linebacker's calling. Like you gotta know if you're gonna be covering a tight end or 2 wide receivers. I mean, it's probably one of the hardest positions. To
Hey,
play.
bro, let me know. Here's a question. What sports on this list haven't you done? Because he keep calling them out, and you keep like, yeah, I played this. I did
Yeah,
that.
I did a little bit
I was
of
a
water
master
polo.
at this.
I was the ambassador.
I'm an
of,
eagle archer, I can.
I would probably say I've probably tried almost every sport on the list outside.
Man, you're the man.
Outside of fencing. Fencing, I've never tried.
Well, that
We
was
gotta
my number
capture
3.
Ooh.
I lied. I just wanted to pull out the prop. Number 3, though, for me, fuck. Hockey?
Hockey's hard.
I loved hockey.
Because I can't skate. You
Actually, I played
Yeah.
growing up. Yeah.
hard?
I loved it.
Would you put in the, like...
I think.
You got built like a hockey player, actually.
Yeah, like I rollerbladed for a long time, played street hockey, played ice skating for a long time, and it was just fun, man. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard to me. I wasn't like great, but in terms of getting out there and not looking like making a fool of yourself, I did pretty decent, man. Mighty Ducks played a big played a big role in my life, man.
Fuck, man.
Big role. But hockey, I love hockey. Loved it. I had everything, man. The goalie pads.
Yeah.
I had the official net. Had the inline, like official NHL rollerblades. Had
what's up,
all the
man.
different sticks, the pucks, everything.
It's expensive to play, though, isn't it?
Oh, so expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When'd you quit?
13, 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went from about 8 to about 13, 14 years old.
Well,
Basketball took over.
I would say this was a successful podcast because we found out that you were a former professional bowler. That's some
I'll have to
wild
show
shit.
you the pictures, man.
Oh, I want the picture so bad. I might actually just
What did you
change
do,
my
like
profile picture.
professional water polo, archery. He did everything. Weren't you like a race car driver too?
A unicyclist.
Hey,
I actually ran the Tour de France in my unicycle. It was
Like
fucking
I'm
wild.
waiting for this. Like I want to understand the man that is behind Pistons talk.
Well, hopefully no one runs me over on a unicycle like they did in the freaking Tour de France. Like, straight up.
By the way, Art was sitting in your chair earlier, Sawyer, defending the sign lady, and I wanted to come in here and big boot him in the fucking face. Sign lady's a piece of shit.
Yeah, how do you defend
There's no
that?
excuses. Yeah, there's no excuses for that.
How do you defend that? I mean, I've watched the
Is he
Tour de
related to
France
her or
almost
something?
every year
Must
too.
be.
So the people are riding by on their bikes. Why
Yeah.
the hell are you standing in the middle of the road with your sign like this?
Yes, there's no excuse. You intentionally put your arm
Yeah.
in the fucking path of the bicycles. Like you're a dumbass.
You
Like,
may have had a
She wanted
cute
to be
French
part of the
message
story.
written down,
You know what
but
I'm
it doesn't
thinking?
make
can't
sense.
defend that. What
I'm
up?
thinking she had a bet on my bookie. And that's why she had the cardboard, man. I think she had a bet.
I could see that.
She had a bet.
It was at to use promo code Woodward, Woodward 10, on mybookie.com. Company man. But I gotta get the help in Sawyer with this epicenter. That was the trade off and him producing the show. Thank you, Sawyer, and Mikey for setting that up too. More importantly, don't feel less important, Sawyer. But thank you to Detroit Kool Aid. My man Anthony from Pistons Talk. I appreciate you guys for coming on because again, I knew this was last minute. I asked you earlier in the week, but I didn't confirm until this morning or yesterday.
Hey man,
right?
it's
Like,
definitely glad to be on. Happy with the invite. Always glad to be on with Pistons Talk.
hell yeah.
And whenever we could be in the presence of the champ,
Champ is here.
hey, can you turn that down?
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You want to shout out your Twitter or anything like that?
Yeah, man. Detroit Kool Aid at Detroit Kool Aid on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Gonna have some content up there soon. That's about it.
For sure. And like once I edit this and put this together, I put all you guys' links in the description so they can click that shit too. But go ahead, shout yours out as well.
Everything Pistons Talk. We're on every platform. Anywhere you can find it. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. All over the place.
Yes, sir. Follow my Pornhub page. No, I'm playing. I'll put my same stuff down below. Obviously, Speakeasy Sports. I'm here at Woodward Sports as well. So, thank you guys for tapping in. Anybody who's here during the live show, shout out to you. Again, shout out to Sawyer, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Peace.
It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
Oh man.